Oh my god. Today is a huge day, obviously, for the Call of Duty franchise. The Modern Warfare trailer was to drop, and of course it did. And we're gonna be covering that today because, oh my goodness, guys. I didn't expect to see what I saw today. Not only when it came to the trailer, but also the news. Okay, there's some news I'd love to share here that has been confirmed. Okay, I have to say I'm pretty hyped up about this whole year. So, we didn't see any multiplayer gameplay. We didn't see Spec Ops or anything like that, right? We just saw the campaign trailer and everything. And, god damn, man, this campaign looks good. I don't care what anyone says. When it comes down to our first impressions, man, this was a hell of a way to make a first impression, man. This is definitely the best trailer Call of Duty has put out in years, okay? I feel like a lot of the time, recently especially, when they put out these trailers, they really fail to capture the essence of what the game is actually going to be and what to expect. Like with Black Ops 4's trailer, like, Jesus, man, it was all over the place. What better way to open up a Call of Duty Modern Warfare trailer than some troops out in the forest getting up and fucking Captain Price flicking a cigar? So, Captain Price is back, folks. Captain Price is back. So, that has me hyped up already, because Captain Price obviously is a very iconic character in the Call of Duty franchise. Shouldn't even have to explain who he is and what significance he holds. I mean, he is basically the face of Modern Warfare itself. To see him back is great. I'm expecting this game to be almost like, I don't know if it's necessarily going to be a prequel or if it's just going to kind of take place after all the events of the Modern Warfare trilogy we know. It is very clear that the game will focus on counterterrorism. Like the leaks were saying, there's a part in the trailer where a terrorist jumps up on a car and shoots through the windshield. The trailer's just badass, man. Like, all the clips and stuff that we see, it just looks good. I mean, the game itself, the campaign, I should say, it looks like it's going to be a fun campaign, which is something that I feel like we've missed in COD since Infinite Warfare. You know, for all that game gets when it comes to the shit thrown on it, I mean, that game had a really good campaign. And Infinity Ward has never disappointed with campaigns. I even think from what I played of Ghosts, the campaign was pretty okay. It's just good to see a good shot at a good campaign, hopefully, and obviously we'll know more details about that coming forward in the upcoming weeks and whatnot. I mean, I think it's looking pretty good. It's shaping up to look pretty good so far. Now, there's some other information that I want to share that has been confirmed that is massive, okay? This is stuff that is unprecedented to Call of Duty. These are things that the community has asked for years now. These are things that benefit really the entire Call of Duty community altogether. And the DLC model has completely changed with this game. And by saying that, okay, this game is not going to have a season pass. This is something I never thought I would see in Call of Duty. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I'm going to keep it a $1.50. I never saw that coming. That is a shock. Even the leaks had me like, there's no way, man. There's no way that they're gonna drop the season pass. It's confirmed. And I know what a lot of you are already thinking, oh, you know, Optimus, you're a fucking retard, bro. That means that all the post-launch maps are gonna be $80 a piece. No, apparently these are all gonna be free. So it seems like Call of Duty and Activision as a company have finally stepped up and like realized that their outdated business models are not only divisive, but are also outdated in terms of the industry itself. Like, I think they, I guess, have realized that there's ways to monetize a game that doesn't rely on a season pass and paying for DLC map packs. And that, I think that's a good thing. I mean, we don't know what the other microtransactions are going to be like, so I can't make any comments on that. I'm not going to make any assumptions. I feel like that's not really fair. I mean, based on how they've treated previous Call of Duties, you know there's going to be some sort of monetization there. Do I know what it'll be? No. But I mean, it's huge. Like, they've taken a major step in the right direction with this game already, like with what we know right now. And another reason that is because crossplay between consoles and I think also PC has also been confirmed. This is something that we've been begging for years. It's always pissed me off that all my friends over on Xbox and I can't play together because I don't want to buy 2 copies of the game. You will be playing with your Xbox buddies on PlayStation. You will be playing with PC players, potentially. I'm assuming there's going to be some sort of input detection for PC and console and whatnot, but The direct quote from Patrick Kelly, who is the creative director at Infinity Ward, is every design decision has been made with the players in mind. With the launch of Modern Warfare, we're taking steps to unite this community. First, we plan for Modern Warfare to be played together across PC and console through cross-play support. Second, we're eliminating that traditional season pass so we can deliver more free maps and content as well as post-launch events to all players. This is just the beginning, there is much more to come. Now, like you, I'm kind of wondering right now, like, what is the catch? Because, you know, Call of Duty has all this great stuff promised every year, right? Oh, we're gonna do this. Oh, we're gonna do that. Oh, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna be like this. So, my question is like, what is the catch? What are we gonna deal with? You know, what is Activision gonna do to this game? And another thing that I really want to touch upon here is, I guess, that whole no Russian thing that was kind of said. Oh, it's going to be like no Russian. The whole thing's going to be based around all these terrorist attacks and whatnot. The campaign. Well, Charlie Intel actually got to go and take a look at the game along with a bunch of YouTubers. Of course, I was not invited. And they said that if you think no Russian is like the furthest they were going to go to, you're going to be pleasantly surprised. And I mean, I think that's got some truth to it. I mean, we look at this trailer, and one of the first things we see that isn't Price, okay, that isn't, you know, bringing us back into this whole Modern Warfare universe, is a terrorist jumping up on a car in a civilian area and gunning someone down. This game is supposed to be harsh as fuck, okay? So, one mission that they did detail was a London Navy SEAL raid mission that takes place in, of course, London in October of 2019. It starts off in London as a British police officer approaches a suspicious vehicle. Two individuals run out of this vehicle. The officer obviously yells to try and detain them. As they get closer, the vehicle drops off, that dropped off these individuals apparently, you know, speeds up, and the car explodes, which leads to an attack. The Navy SEAL team then picks up afterwards, and it shows them about to breach a house. You are playing as a Navy SEAL. The mission itself takes place on October 20th, 2019. They use their NVGs to breach the house. They approach a dining room with 3 individuals, and you shoot the lights to dim the place, and then you start taking out the suspects with silenced weapons. Now, one of the more troubling things, and this campaign is apparently supposed to be extremely realistic, extremely troubling, and it's supposed to show the grittiness of war and the tragedy of war. Apparently on the 3rd floor in this mission, you breach a room, you look to your left, there's a baby yelling and crying, and you see the mom start to back up towards the child, and the SEAL team is yelling to stop moving because they think she's armed, and it apparently makes you believe that they're about to kill the mom. Okay? However, apparently the mom is detained without killing them and whatnot, so, I mean, these are some of the details we're already seeing where it kind of shows, you know, the trouble of war, like, you know, making these split-second decisions with possible, like, tragic casualties, things like that. Honestly, I think this is a setting that will be good for Call of Duty in the long run, because one of the great things about Call of Duty back in the day in its golden age is the balls that the campaigns had, you know, showing no Russian, you know, allowing the player to endure that, right? Games today barely ever step those kinds of lines, ever, regardless of the topic. You just don't see that in this era. So Call of Duty, I feel like, will stand out if a lot of this, you know, comes to fruition. And as I started to make this video, an article came out from Charlie Intel that confirms the setting of the story. So I didn't know if it was a prequel or a sequel, what it was going to be. Apparently, this is a brand new story. Now, Infinity Ward did officially comment on why this game is not Modern Warfare 4, and it really just boils down to, they said they didn't want to be restricted to that timeline and the story aspects of what already happened. They wanted to make a new Modern Warfare. They wanted to make a game that felt way more real, okay, with way more actual connection to the real world, you know, a game that is very realistic and, quote, ripped from the headlines. I mean, obviously, like in Modern Warfare, you know, the Russians attack the United States. A lot of that just isn't really a realistic scenario. I feel like this storyline definitely is quite realistic in comparison to the kind of things that we see in the world today. And another major thing for the Call of Duty franchise that is awesome to hear, because Call of Duty has used an extremely outdated engine. They've been updating it basically every year, just trying to keep up, really. Well, Modern Warfare is built on a brand new engine, okay? This is the first time Call of Duty has gone in this direction in an extremely long time. Now, with that, you'll see better graphics, hopefully better gameplay altogether, you know, new mechanics and features, things like that. This new engine apparently delivers an immersive and photorealistic experience. It utilizes advancements in visual engineering. It has a physically based material system for state-of-the-art photogrammetry, I guess. a hybrid tile-based streaming system, a new PBR decal rendering system, world volumetric lighting, 4K HDR, DirectX ray tracing for PC, new GPU geometry pipelines, special rendering for thermal heat radiation and the infrared identification, cutting-edge animation and blend shape systems, new suites of audio tools for like Dolby Atmos, not sure what that is. This is big for Call of Duty because they're finally, it seems like, taking steps forward to like kind of, I guess, get up to industry standards. A lot of the Call of Duty fanbase's complaints have been based on an outdated system for microtransactions. It's been based on how, I guess, barbaric the games are when it comes down to the engine that it's using. You know, they just simply don't keep up very well with a lot of these things, and it seems like, in those regards, Modern Warfare is taking a huge step forward. I'm not sure how the microtransaction system is going to end up, so I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yay, you know, no supply drops or anything, because, like, we simply don't know that yet. So I'm not just going to say that. At the end of the day, I wouldn't be surprised if supply drops made a return, especially with all the changes that they've made. I'm almost certain that there's going to be something there that the community doesn't like, but, I mean, as far as what we've seen, the information that I've been given from these people who've seen the game, from Infinity Ward, based on the trailer, I am excited for Call of Duty Modern Warfare. I think the game looks extremely good. I think the game overall looks like it's going to tell a very good story. I love to see a good campaign in Call of Duty possibly coming, you know? I can't wait to see some multiplayer gameplay. I'd love to see some of those changes. You know, I'm really glad to see that this game isn't going to be a major disappointment right off the rip, it seems. Now, of course, that is just me making an assumption. However, with what we know now, it seems like they've finally kind of straightened out some of the problems. I'm just excited to see what we're going to be getting in terms of multiplayer and the new special ops possibly coming, whatever we're going to get with that. I think the storyline works extremely well with the idea of special ops, so, you know, we don't know everything. I'm not going to get, like, to the point where I'm already going to call this, like, you know, the return of Golden Age Call of Duty, or say that this is going to be the best COD of all time, but in terms of what we know now, off the rip, I can honestly say that I am totally looking forward to this game, especially the campaign. I don't know anything about multiplayer, obviously. I can't wait to see what else we learn here coming up, which, you know, with Call of Duty generally, I feel almost like this anxiousness, but I feel like a lot of that's been kind of relieved. Overall, I'm pretty impressed. I think they're really knocking this one out of the park so far. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here on my channel. I will be posting plenty more Modern Warfare news coming up here on the channel. On top of that, I'm planning a Minecraft Let's Play, and here soon I will be doing some Nintendo games as well, so there will be plenty of variety. But for the rest of my Call of Duty hardcore fans, there's going to be plenty of content coming your way very shortly. The game is releasing on October 25th, not October 18th like initially believed. We're going to have to wait for more information. Anyways, make sure you follow me over on Twitter, at SubToOptimus. I post memes, thoughts, and updates over there. Surefire way to get notifications of all my newest content. Join the Discord down below. Lots of great things going on down over there as well. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus, excited for Modern Warfare, and signing out.